Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have another episode of Marshall Dynasty. Now, of course, with us taking on Georgia State in the last episode and ultimately having a very impressive victory. I know they're not the highest rated team, but still going out and being able to beat them the way we did really shows a lot. I do want to show something. We are finally getting love in the media top 25 polls. We are finally getting love. We got 36 votes. Media still does not like us. The coaching stands really like us. 216 votes for us to be inside the top 25, just barely losing out to Clemson, who is 3-2, Missouri at 3-2, and Indiana at 3-2, LSU at 3-2. I can understand some of these teams being there just because of what they are as a past. I can understand it because two of them are in the SEC, one's in the ACC. So they're a little bit bigger conferences, a little bit better teams. So I can definitely understand why those teams are where they are. But we are finally getting love from the media. Coaches still love us. We should hopefully be there next week. So we are looking on the upswing. I do want to show one more thing as well before we hop into the game. And it is season and career wear and tear on A.J. Turner. He is getting low. He is at halfway on his season, and he is under half on his career. So this is unfortunate. We are not going to be able to lean on him as heavy going into the next couple weeks. As well as if we start to win out, we should be able to keep Stanton Ramil, our 6'7" pass protector transfer. If we can win out, we should have at least a B+ championship contender and be able to keep him. We should be able to keep Toby Payne as well if he was coming back for another season, as well as Sebastian Harsh. Both of those guys are seniors, so unfortunately we will be losing them either way at this point. But overall, looking fairly good, on the upswing for a lot of things. Hopefully we can get it done against Ark State. They are one of the better teams in terms of overall in our conference. Recruiting, if you guys missed the last episode and don't feel like going back and watching it, we're still out on Delvin Bulls at this current stage. If we can get back in on him this week, though, we should be fine. Skylar Starks, hopefully we can get locked up in the next couple weeks. Newers, I'm not too worried about. Muhammad, we should be very close on. We got the 3 receivers that we really wanted, the 3 gems anyway. If we can lock up the other 2, we'll have a very stable, good receiving core going forward, as long as a couple of these guys can continue to develop. Some of these guys, well, Worley, we will never lose. Proximity to home, you can't lose them. I know there's a lot of people currently playing Dynasty who are more focusing on deal breakers than what the actual player is, because, you know, it gets hard to keep some of these guys, and especially with play style, playing time, stuff like that. It's very hard to keep some of these guys, whereas proximity to home doesn't really change. Coach prestige, if you plan on just playing as one Dynasty, doesn't really change. All that fun stuff, some of that stuff just doesn't change as much, so you can honestly go after those guys and not have to worry about losing them in the future, which I totally understand and I'm all for, because, like, to moat stick, right? If we go get him, we won't lose him. We don't lose proximity at home. It's not like we're going to relocate. It's not like the NFL where, like, if we relocated, oh, now this guy doesn't want to play for us because he's not close to home. No. He's always going to be close to home. So it's a little bit more understandable to go after a guy like that you will have no problem in keeping over the next couple of years. Hopefully looking on the upswing. Going to try to get in on some 4 stars. Kike is probably the guy I want to go after just because he doesn't really have any extreme offers and we're already on his board at this point. So hopefully we can get some points back going into the next week. I know we scouted some guys, sent out some scholarships as well, so we'll get some points back for that. But Delvin Bulls is also another guy that I really, really, really want to bring in. If we happen to lose one of the 3 stars that we brought in last year because of playing time, I'm totally okay with that. We could possibly bring in 3 4-star running backs, right? And all 3 of them could probably play going into next year. If Barbie and, of course, if Anthony Quinn don't end up staying, or if they don't end up progressing the way that we hope. I think Barbie, is a senior as well. So the only returning running back as of right now that we are probably going to guarantee having is possibly Anthony Quinn. Currently, he has an A+ in playing time. He's looking to be the starter going into next year. Some of these other guys, not as much, right? Conference prestige and playing style for 2 of them. It's going to be tough to keep those guys around going into next season. Hopefully we can do that. We're going to be changing conferences, and of course we will be potentially playing a much more run-heavy style football over the next couple weeks as the temperature does drop. Granted, we are playing in Arc State, so they are further down south. We shouldn't have to worry about the temperature just quite yet. Now, again, the biggest thing for us is running the football right now. I think it has helped our offense tremendously not having to rely on this offensive line to pass protect 24/7. It's also helped our receivers have a little bit more rest and be able to explode out of their routes, getting them open quite a bit more, as well as just ultimately slowing down the game a little bit, but also speeding up the clock progress and kind of getting out of here at a decent pace. Defense is going to start off on the field. Well, first the kickoff unit, and then the defense will. But ultimately, the defense needs to come out and make a statement. Every time they've come out and made a statement relatively fast, we've had better games. It's those games where the defense doesn't get off to a hot start or that we seem to struggle. They are going to start off with a throw here. It's going to be underneath to their tight end, and Jalen Marshall will come down with the tackle. Going to drop into Tampa 2. They look to be a hurry-up offense off rip, which I'm not the biggest fan of because I know we've struggled against. I don't know why I struggle against hurry-up offenses. I just don't like playing against them. I also hate how they get more flexibility in what they call in terms of formations than we do. It seems like they're able to swap in between a lot more formations. I understand it all comes down to personnel, right? If you have the same personnel in different formations, you're more easily able to swap to those formations. But it seems like sometimes the CPU even abuses that beyond just the normal, hey, we have one tight end and 3 receivers, we can kind of move those guys around and play off of these different formations. Sometimes it seems like they go into sets that aren't necessarily the same type of personnel. I'm going to cover this tight end, drop to this curl, have to have the defensive line get there, and Jaquarius Clayton does. 8.5 sacks on the season. I really hope that's not his career stats, or he would have absolutely no chance of going drafted or even playing probably any type of Pro Bowl. DeMarcus Lacey going to return this one. Looks like another bad punter. Was trying to juke out that I would assume linebacker wearing 43. Was just trying to maybe juke early to hopefully get a little bit more space for Lacey. But A.J. Fox and the offense going to have good field position to start off this game. Going to start off with an inside zone out of shotgun. They're really stacking the box here, but that safety does kind of bail to cover that slot. I don't love that it's a double team up to backer with the center. Should be guard in center. Double team that play side tackle. -2 yards there for A.J. Turner, so we're going to look towards the air here. Toby Payne, if matched up incorrectly, could be having a one-on-one opportunity with a safety, but Ben Turner's open underneath. The slot receiver still going strong. We haven't always had to call on him and really lean on him as much as we had through those first couple weeks, but he still has just done such an amazing job for us. 1st and 10 at the 10. Going to go with a halfback counter here. Spin inside for Turner, and he's going to go down at least to the 5. 6-yard rush for him. Like I said, I don't want to abuse him too much because some of his, wear and tear is looking a little rough at this point in the season, but he's going to have a walk-in touchdown untouched, so that won't hurt his wear and tear, and he will have the first score of the day for either team, hopefully putting us up 7-0 here early in the first. Going to come back out onto the field. We're going to go with this single mug look with Clark and see what we can get. They're going to run outside zone here. Clayton needs to try to get there. He does not. Kershaw's going to have to make the stop, and he does. But they are all the way up to the 33, and the same offensive lineman has went down. At this point, you should consider just pulling him for the game. If he cannot stay on the field for 2 drives, me personally, I'd be pulling him. I'd be like, you're not going to be out there, and that's not even like a selfish thing. It's more of a, if you're pulling up after just a couple plays, I can't have you out there. I can't risk having you injured because you want to go out there, but you're not 100%. 1st and 10 at the 50. Going to have to respect this D-line a little bit and kind of give them a chance to stop the run here. I got to stop bailing on... We got to have our linebackers stop bailing on their coverages right away to focus on the run. Got to let this D-line see if they can slow it down. Another pass here. Covering up the tight end, and there's Jaquarius Clayton again. with another sack. He only gets half there, so I would assume they're giving the other half to Sebastian Harsh. So both their stats are improving. Both looking fairly dominant through the first couple weeks, through the first half of this season. But he will get up holding his wrist. So one of our better receivers now heading off the field. Going to start off with a slip screen here to Turner. Going to get him moving. And just 69, Ellis just not getting up to where we needed to. Bruised elbow, will not return for the game, so we lose probably one of our more consistent receivers. So White's going to be in a lot more. I think his name's Sharon White. So we're going to have to lean towards Hughes even more now, and that is an arid ball by A.J. Fox, one of his worst balls we've seen from him. Don't know if he was getting off of his back foot, and maybe that's why it looked so bad, but cannot have those balls when a guy is streaking open. Turner underneath, catch, run, turn upfield, and we're going to duck out of bounds. Like I said, try to save some of the wear and tear off of him as much as humanly possible. But we do still have to run the football, so he is still going to see some hits. He's still going to see a lot of action. Going to motion Quincy Irving over, get him up on that edge. Double team up to backer, and Turner's going to blast through the hole and pick up 6 there. Sharon White on this corner, by the way. It looks like zone. Could be man with the safety, but I'm expecting zone here. Turner underneath. Catch, run, turn up field. Gets more yards for himself. Ben Turner has been amazing. Like I said, Hunter Renfrow-esque. Doesn't have a whole ton of speed. Doesn't have the biggest catching radius ever, but still he has been reliable when we have looked to go to him. There is Hughes, Naheem Hughes, picking up a first down for us, and we will go to the ground game now. Going to go halfback wham. This is the first time I think I've ever seen it where the defense doesn't immediately come out in an overload to that side. Going to run wham, and number 29 unblocked off the edge. Michael Roski, our right tackle, will go down. Luckily, we do have another guy that is about the same stature and about the same, type of player. I think it's Cam Little or Cam Kittle, something like that. I want to go check now. I want to know his name. I know it's something. Cam Pringle. There we go. Cam Pringle now in the game at right tackle. Like I said, similar stature, similar stats as well. Going to dump off, just try to get it to Quincy Irving. Can't quite get it there. 3rd and 7, though. We're going to go to the ground. Going to go to the air here again. Ben Turner across the middle. He'll go up and get that one. Luckily, the linebacker wasn't any closer, or we probably would have had an issue there. But he goes up and gets it, holds on to it, gets over the middle, and gets the first down. 1st and 10 at the 11. Going to go halfback stretch here. And just nowhere to run. Barbie somehow able to get one out of that one. Nowhere really to run. The edge kind of got blown up immediately. Probably should have looked back inside sooner rather than later, but didn't quite get it done. Barbie ducks inside, and he'll get down inside the 5, down to the 4. And we will run a PA boot slide here. See if we can get outside. Potentially Payne or Hughes coming back across the middle. Fox trying to outrun the defender, but the defender able to collapse on him and get there. And Roski injured again. Why are you putting him back in? I literally said substitute. I know you're picking a different position because for some reason he must be listed. He's not even listed at guard, so why are you saying sub in Mo at high? Let's get Montgomery listed as the second stringer then. And then Montgomery there as well. And we'll look towards Scott if we need to at that point. Definitely move some guys around if we need to. If we need to move Ellis back outside and put Dudley in at center, could definitely do that, but as of right now, we don't need to. We're going to go bench pivot. Hughes gets off to a good release. He could be open. He's open, and he holds on. And into the end zone, touchdown. Naheem Hughes, the speedster, wearing 45. One of the ugliest jersey numbers I've ever seen on a receiver. But he gets it done. And we will go up 14-0 here just before. So Roski is now out indefinitely, at least for this game, with a torn labrum. So we will probably not see him for a couple weeks, actually. And there is Namnamdi. Had a quiet last couple weeks as the defensive line has been eating. Weiss and Robinson Jr. doing very good. Finally shows up here. And that's that's not discrediting Nnamdi either, because he had a big game against Penn State. He had big games against other offensive lines. Just more teams were kind of focusing in on him. Wasn't having the opportunity to go one-on-one with a ton of guards. Ultimately, getting it done here today and getting a sack. 3rd and 8. Are they going to get another playoff before the end of this quarter? They are. Play action. Going to drop deep, and there's Nnamdi again. Jesus Christ, he is coming for that ass right now. 2 straight sacks. Well, not 2 straight. 2 sacks in a 3-play drive. Gets it done and gets us off the field. It is not looking good for Ark State. The defense has come to play, or at least the defensive line, with a grand total. Let's see. The 2 edges have 3 combined. Robinson has 1. So with 6 sacks already on the game, they are eating this Ark State offensive line. And then we are in a good spot heading into this second quarter with a 14-0 lead. Cohen back there to return. Not a whole ton of room to run. Going to go halfback power. I'm going to actually sub in Quinn. We're going to give him an opportunity today. As long as he doesn't disappoint and put the ball on the fucking ground again, he should be getting a decent chunk of carries today. Barbie spinning back inside, and he will pick up a good chunk of change there. He is celebrating, but he will be coming off the field momentarily for some rest. 18 yards on that one. Stick is always a very easy concept to run. I'm going to throw it up to short. He's a contested specialist, and he does not go get it. I'm going to run halfback mid-draw. They don't have a ton of guys in the box. Have maybe a little bit more than I would wish to run against, but... And Quinn not really getting anything, only a yard gain there. I'm going to go with mesh dagger. Look at the mesh concept immediately. If nothing's open, look back towards that post. Granted, it's not lacy this time, so it's a little bit less intriguing. I don't expect Quinn to do anything, and that's sailed past Toby Payne. AJ Fox, I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was not a very accurate pass. And after giving you a lot of compliments about not sailing balls over heads, you've had 2 already today. Not looking good for you, buddy. And Proctor, Darren Proctor, will have it up and through the uprights. And we will take a 17-0 lead here. Ark State looking to respond with just over 8 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Going to go cover 1 hole here. We're going to play with Harris on the zone. Clark's going to have a man on that running back. But they are going to run inside, no, outside zone now. Lutmer going to have to make the stop, and he does. The strong safety currently playing corner because of, well, lack of talent at that position is the best way to put it. Kershaw's going to come down, but Lutmer's going to come off the edge and stop that one. Realizing it's another run, decided, fuck it, I'm just going to clean up this edge right here, right now. Make sure he doesn't go anywhere. That's a throw, but he gets hit as he throws, and ball is nowhere near his intended target. And another punt for Ark State deep inside their own territory. Going to go to an RPO here with Quinn and White. If that linebacker comes, I might throw it out there and give White a chance, especially with his speed. Yeah, I'm going to throw it out there. White with a good run, but the corner able to track him down just enough. Still picks up the first, though, so it was a good decision. 11 yards there. Like I said, that linebacker comes. Toby Payne's one-on-one with the corner. I expect him to at least win the block enough, and he does. I'm going to throw this up for Turner. Jesus. Go get that, Turner! Ben fucking Turner! Pussy-ass bitch! So I was a little excited after that last touchdown. Sorry about that. Clark. Going to hop on Clark here to play some defense. At the 19, 1st and 10, they're going to motion over the tight end. I'm going to hop on Harris. I'm expecting just like a inside handoff. Yeah, Clark, get in there. And Harris shows up and helps him out. 2nd and 11. Slowing down this run game right now has really helped us. 2nd and 11 at the 18 now. Going to squeeze down that D-line, and it is a play action, and they're going to have a guy open. But Clark able to get back in the play and knock it away from the receiver's hands. So Chasson Clark really coming up with a big play there, running with that receiver, kind of bit on that play action. Harris did, and luckily Clark able to get there. And just a receiver running a post, and Kareem doesn't come down hard enough. Eventually comes down pretty hard, but a little too late. Going to go dime blitz here. I'm going to move Clark Glover way out here. And we're going to hop on Clark, cover up this slot. And they're going to run right into that blitz. So perfectly called blitz there. Clark Glover able to get in the backfield and make a stop. 2nd and 11 now. They have some of the best field position that they've had all game. But can they do anything with it at this point? Running back underneath. Get there! Fucking thank you, Kershaw. Jules got his change of direction so bad. He had to stop and try to get back in that play, and Kershaw able to get there. I'm going to come on this blitz with Harris, but if I don't think it's going any... Okay, they ran a screen right to it. If I would have ran in on that blitz, I probably could have had a much better stop there. Punting in this situation feels so weird. 4th and 5 at midfield. That feels like a go-for-it situation, but your offense hasn't done much today, so I can understand that decision. Going to run off to this left side. I don't love how it's the receiver having to go pick up that safety. I'm going to move Irving out. It's going to redefine some of the matchups. And Quinn not really able to find the hole. Only 2 yards there. I'm going to go hook Z post here. Turn on this out route. If he can get that corner kind of turned and then break out, he should be open. Doesn't really get it done the way I was hoping, but he gets open, and A.J. Fox having a tough day today. I don't know what's up with him, but he has not looked anywhere close to what he has looked like in previous weeks. 3rd and 8, I'm running the football. Light box, and just Mawai just doesn't hold his block long enough. I'm not even pushing R2 there. That's the funny part. I didn't even push R2 until, like, we were up next to Mawai and he was getting shed already. Sizemore with his first punt in quite a while, to be fair. Jules trying to get there. Clark's going to have to go make the tackle. Chasson Clark with another good tackle. But we have to... fuck it. Just cover shit up. Just cover shit up. Just cover shit up. Just cover shit up. I don't know where Kareem is at. Why are you playing so deep there? You're in man on him. Come down. Fucking be involved in the play, dude. You've played so far so well this season. You've had 2 plays where you're playing too deep. And the tight end's open. Luckily not caught. Don't know why whoever the fuck that wasn't out there covering him. So he has a deep third, but because he played right here... No, he does not have a deep third. He should be out there. I'm so confused on what his responsibility is now at this point. Were we playing cover 4? We might have been playing cover 4. So he bails as the quarterback's throwing the football. Like literally right here. Bang. He's throwing the football and he's bailing. Going to bring Brown down into the box this time. Going to have him cover up this curl. Out route there, and Clark Glover overruns it. Can't be having those plays right now. Cannot be having those plays right now, right here. Going to hop on Harris. He's going to have that middle part of the field, and he just gets apparently stuck on a guard that dove at somebody else's legs. Wonderful when the CPU decides, go fuck yourself, you don't get to go make this play. That is the 2-minute warning here. I'm going to go double safety blitz here. I know it might be stupid, but we're going to do it. Bring Kershaw down. Going to stack him right there. Bring Brown down. They're running inside zone. Lutmer getting there. So Kareem is out for some reason. Wonder if he's not feeling the best. He is still out to this moment. Clark out there. Going to have to bring him down, and he does. 3rd and 4 now. At the 19. I'm going to just, instead of having Clark Glover run a blitz, I'm going to have him run man on that tight end. Getting out there, Holmes, able to get there 4th and 2. I'm going to stop the clock here, and they're going to have to come make a play. Okay, they made the play. Harris able to get there, though. That's fine. Daniel Harris able to come off the tackle. I'm going to run a slip screen off rip. I think they're sending a blitz. No, they drop into coverage. Quinn, and the edge gets out there. Hurry back to the line, please. Fox has to throw. Good one, and Turner comes down with it. Ben motherfucking Turner. You better learn his goddamn name. Snap it. Play action. Trying to find somebody. White over the middle, and he'll have a first down and a little bit more. Not going to call our timeouts just yet. Snap the football. Oh my God, okay. Because I was thinking Payne, but then I see that linebacker kind of stop. And I see this guy playing off of Payne, so I'm not expecting this post to be open. Not taking a one-on-one with White, and this is a deep in, and with where this safety's playing, I thought this was covered up too. So I was like, fuck it, just get it to Quinn. Probably should have just thrown it away, live to fight another down, start calling timeouts, but 24-7. Their only score coming with a defensive pick six that A.J. Fox just completely missed on. Ben Turner having a really good day. 6 targets, 5 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. The only one that he did not catch was a uncatchable ball from A.J. Fox. So, A.J. Fox not looking the hottest right now. I think we're going to see Jaquay Long in the second half. Just to see what we have. I know Jaquay Long got a lot of the reps early on in the season. I'm going to see what he has, see if he's improved at all, and see what we can do with him. Nothing against A.J. Fox. I think he still has the starting job unless Jaquay Long goes out and has one hell of a day. I think he still has the starting job going into next week, but for now, I want to see just something a little different. We'll let Fox hand this one off, and then we'll see Jaquay Long come out onto the field. Quinn with a big run. Too bad he doesn't have any speed. That was a big fucking run. Too bad we didn't have literally anybody else. Too bad we didn't have legitimately almost any other running back on the field. Oh, fuck. Sorry if you're watching this, Anthony Quinn, for whatever reason, but, dog, you gotta talk to fucking EA. Because, Jesus Christ, 84 speed is diabolical. So Jaquay Long's going to see his first pass in what feels like, I think, 4 weeks or so. 2nd and 11. Dropping back. And immediate pressure from the center position. Ellis just not holding up. Hey, guys, I'm going to need you to fucking step it up, please. Actually, let's have him run a post, but it's going to be deep as shit. And we do not pin them inside the 20 even. Jesus Christ. Because we could not get off blocks. So 1st and 10 at the 21. Defense hasn't let up any points, but still the score is 24-7. Defense just needs to come out and play their game still here in this second half. Kershaw with a good tackle there on the tight end. A guy much bigger than him. Able to come down, make the play at minimum. 2nd and 5 now. They're going to run inside zone, and the running back able to get a couple yards there. Holmes able to make the stop in some traffic. I'm going to show them. Fuck, they're changing their play, which is fucking with my formation. 3rd and 5, expecting a pass here. They're going to the air. Kareem, you got to come harder than that, dude. As soon as you see the ball in the air, you need to be planting your foot and running through his motherfucking chest. Cover 3 Sky. Dropping into some coverage, and there's Chris Holmes. The corner. Last week, kind of disappointing dropping that one pick. I don't remember if he ended up getting a pick in that game or if it was the game before, but able to get it done there. Going to throw a slip screen to Turner just because the box is loaded. Don't really feel like running the football necessarily. And Jaquay Long can't even get that one out. Okay, we might actually be going back to Fox this game because holy shit, his first couple plays have not been good. I like Ben Turner on the go ball. Ben Turner on the go ball doesn't even fucking realize the ball's there. I'm going to go slot under here. Ben Turner across the middle should be open. Or it's Hughes, I guess, here. It's fine. Okay. Once again, this is why blocking sucks in this game, and I'm tired of the fucking excuses. That edge gets chipped for some reason by Quincy Irving. And because he gets chipped, watch. I know the D-tackle against the right guard comes free, but nothing. 62 doesn't throw a hand, and our 87 overall left tackle, the best player apparently on this team, technically the best in my opinion. He still has a year of development left. Does not realize that dude's coming straight through a fucking gap and just stands there. That's why I have a problem with blocking. Tired of these fucking lame-ass excuses about, you're not setting up your blocks correctly. And I don't mean from the comment section. I just mean seeing shit on social media in general where people are like, what do you mean? The game's great. It just, you gotta set up your blocks. You gotta make sure everybody's blocked up. You gotta make sure you have the right pass protection assigned. It's like, no, the blocking genuinely does suck. It is programmed terribly. It does not work. It has not worked in years through EA games. Stop letting them have a free pass because you want to make excuses. Get out of the honeymoon phase and make a valid criticism. Expecting a pass, but I don't really know how I feel about it right now. I'm just going to come full force if I see him even go to a play action here. Drag underneath is open and gets caught for a first down. 1st and 10 now. Going to walk Clark down a little bit. I'm going to run a stunt, though. And there's Kareem able to knock that one away from the tight. Will hit the tight end and force a knockout, not knock it away. 2nd and 10 now. Going to hop on Harris. Cover up this tight end, cover up this tight end. He's going to throw it out of bounds and out of reach of the tight end. I'm not going double bracket. Fuck you, pussy-ass bitch. Where's my cover 4 palms at? Going to run cover 4 palms. Everybody just play their responsibility, and let's get out of here. 3rd and 10. Dropping back to pass. We have cover 4 on, and the safety is playing shallow. Why? I do not understand that whatsoever. We are playing cover 4. 2 guys are supposed to be back there. At minimum on that side of the field, and nobody is. How are you getting burnt on a zone coverage that you are supposed to be playing a deep zone against a non-speed guy? Luckily, the running back drops that. Chris Holmes celebrating for some reason. Dog, you didn't do anything. Calm your tits. 3rd and 9. Squeeze the D-line. D-line needs to come up with something. I know they've played well all game, but they need to do something, and the receiver's open. Nobody's playing that side of the field. Going to go to a cover 3 look, try to play a little bit more down. And they are going to run the football for an easy walk-in touchdown. Wonderful. That pick 6 has really thrown off momentum for us. Going to go halfback stretch here. Got to get this run game going again at some point. And just nothing. Nobody picks up any type of assignments. Okay, I want to show you why blocking in this game is stupid, okay? The tackle, instead of reaching this guy and then just working up to the 2nd level or coming out here and hitting this end, decides I'm going to wash this tackle, and the linebacker basically runs a stunt. And then with that corner coming, it's a 2-on-2 in where we're supposed to go. 2 tight ends versus 3 guys. And then this backside backer's coming downhill and clogging the lanes. That's why blocking is stupid in this game. 2nd and 11, dropping back, trying to find somebody. White's like the only thing open, and the linebacker picks it. Going to run an RPO to the outside, and that gets stopped for 3. Defense needs to hold here and not let up a touchdown. If they let up a touchdown, we are fucked. We have no momentum, and we are getting absolutely fucked right now. Clark able to make the play there. Carr with the backup. Cover 1 hole. I'm actually going to drop into cover 3 here. Protect against that middle. He has that receiver deep, though. Holmes able to knock it away, or at least prevent the receiver from catching it. Okay, apparently since I did it through the menus, he doesn't come back in. Okay, bring Fox in on the next play then. I know it's only a run, so it's not that big of a deal. Turner has not had a stellar day, mainly because of the blocking. And then Hughes just refuses to block that safety. If he blocks that safety, might have something bigger. I know those guys are chasing us down, but you block that safety. Like, he's running for him and then just doesn't. There's no excuses. There's legitimately no excuses you can use that can make any of this okay. in terms of the blocking assignments and shit. Turner able to shrug off a couple tackles, gets 6 there. So he's fighting at least, trying to do something. 8 for 34, sorry. Gonna go halfback counter here with him. And he'll have a decent gain there up to the 48, and we will sub him out after this one. Get Barbie back in. 1st and 10, inside zone. Stuff gets picked up well enough, but just can't find the hole fast enough. 4-yard gain there. Gonna go to halfback slam here. Okay, everybody says they're picked up. So let's go run this fucking football, please. Jashawn Barbie picks up the first and a little bit more with that one, and we are back on pace now. Almost everybody's picked up. Except for him, okay? It did not say that he was not going to be picked up. It said the other guy was not going to be picked up, and then it was the Mike backer. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get off to the edge and get to running. Barbie with a good one. Picks up about 9, 3rd and inches now. Gonna go halfback stretch here. If they blow this up, cut inside. Everybody, block up. No fucking crashing down. Okay, the lighting is completely fucked up. Is there any way to fix this? No, it's just fucked. Wonderful. 3rd and inches. Blinding fucking screen, by the way. Barbie picks up the first and a little bit more down to the 18. Bring Irving in motion. As long as he doesn't bring somebody, we should have numbers on this left side. He does. Okay. And the blocking assignments look very confusing at this point. Barbie to the outside. He'll have a big run and a little bit more down inside the 5 at the 3. And we're going to try to give him this one since he has gotten us here most of the way. I'm going to bring Stevens over. I know this might be stupid because it might bring a player. Okay, it definitely brought more than one. Going to motion back. Get Stevens set. And snap the football. Barbie to the outside. And he will have running room and into the end zone. Touchdown. Joshawn Barbie. 10 for 72 on the day. Big part of why that drive really, really was successful. And Ark State has no answer for it. 31-17. Gonna hop on Harris. They're gonna run inside zone, and we get pushed out just enough for that running back to have a hole. See, like, okay, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, right? They run this to perfection. How come both their guys that are supposed to go up to, that are on the play side, right? So both their guards have double teams on their tackles, right? 61 reaches Nnamdi, and 53 reaches, I would assume that's Jamal Weiss. Okay? And then they come off as the backers are trying to get to the holes, right? They come off as the backers get there and are able to blow them up, and then that center one-on-one wins against Jamal Weiss and knocks him on his ass. But our guys can't even fucking pick up play side backers. We can't even get to the play side. Outside zone, and Chris Holmes able to make the play there, luckily. Gonna go cover 2 hard flat again. Gonna move Harris over. Gonna put Clark right behind Weiss here. If they run that inside zone, should be able to climb easily. We'll scrape. Underneath to the receiver, and there is Marshall. Jalen Marshall with a good tackle. 3rd and 7 now. I'm going to go cover 4, but I'm going to back him off. You're going to have to pick up this first. I'm not just going to give you the first here. Kershaw! Thank God. Lays a little bit of a hit on that receiver on the sideline, and he will drop it. 4th and 7 at the 31, and they will punt the football away as they feel like it is too big of an obstacle to overcome. Short going to have a chance to return, and he will have virtually nothing up to the 30, though. Not letting me see the blocks at this point. McGrew with a good lead block, and Barbie gets another 10. 11 for 82. We're going to keep him on the field until he gets tired then at this point. Once he shows some fatigue, we'll take him off, put Quinn or Turner back in. Okay, everything looks to be blocked up. Now they just got to go out and do it at this point. Barbie with a good run. 8 there. Like I said, until he shows some fatigue, I'm going to keep him out there. I'm going to let him go out and work a little bit. Blocking looks good. So now it just needs to be set up. And no. Okay? So double team on this edge. This double team is supposed to reach 47. Guard's supposed to reach 44. 85 Stevens, who's a pure blocker tight end, comes off to hit 47, and 44 and 47 go right past him. And then the tackle passes it off to the guard. Linebacker makes a good play. Stevens just doesn't do anything. He just doesn't lock on to anybody. So, not really the guard's fault on that one. 3rd and 3. Back to pass, trying to find something. Hughes underneath. Catch, run. He'll have a first, up to the 40 at least. You know, was expecting big things from Hughes today with DeMarcus Lacey going out, him getting those number 1 reps and being at that one position, but I just haven't seen anything open from him, really. Hand off Barbie to the outside. He'll have another good run, and he'll be up over 100 yards on the day. 14 for 103 for him. Barbie is looking tired, though, so we're going to hit a play action. We are also going to get Turner subbed back in. Toby Payne, open, by himself. Toby Payne. Literally said rack. I literally said rack, and this is what he does. Guess I'll go fuck myself today. Toby, thank you for that. Wish you would have transferred, you dumb bitch. 1st and goal at the 3, going to run power. And Turner will have just enough of a gap and get into the end zone for a touchdown. So A.J. Turner will finish off that drive. 48 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns for him on the day. Let's go cover 4 quarters out of the nickel look. They're going to throw that RPO. And Kershaw, now able to bring him down, spins back down inside. 2nd and 5, though, because of that spin move. Got all, probably shouldn't have broken that tackle, with hindsight being 2020. Move Clark all the way over here. I'm going to say, fuck it. You're going to have to figure something out if you decide to run this football. They don't. Tight end, dump off in the flats, and Clark and Kershaw are going to be able to get there. And Nnamdi goes down. God fucking damn it. So Carruthers, I think, is the other rush tackle. That defensive tackle spot's going to be a little weak from here on out. Quarterback slides down, 1st and 10 at the 24 now. I'm going to go overload here. I need Chris Holmes to fucking get down more inside, though. Oh, but he comes late, and he gets there! Chris Holmes from far away comes up with the big play. I'm going to play everybody over the top, except for Kershaw. Fuck, I moved to the wrong guy. Robinson Curry gets free, but Kareem and Lutmer can't make the play. Hopefully let this D-line do something. Across the middle is the tight end, but Robinson Curry gets it done. His 2nd sack on the day. Hopefully Nnamdi doesn't come back out. I told them to substitute Jamal Weiss in, but we will see. That was probably just for the regular D-tackle spot and not the rush tackle. Jules gets there. Going to play some man again here. Going to hop on Harris. Going to start him off outside Robinson Curry. Work back in if they try to run this football. No, going to drop deep. Lutmer knocks it away. Zach Lutmer comes up big with that one. I'm going to stick it in the man. I think the man has been working. We're going to stick in it. Nnamdi back out there. Covering this middle. Targeting Lutmer again, but he doesn't come up with it. The receiver comes back to the ball a little bit better this time. Cover this middle part of the field. I see that in. Chris Holmes not able to get there. Receiver just drops it. Not good enough hands. Maybe you should switch to the defensive side of the ball there, bud. Oh, they have a backup quarterback in. When the fuck did that happen? Gonna go to cover 3 here. And the defensive line will get home. Harsh and Clayton meeting once again. Let's switch it up. Go man again. Kershaw comes up with the pick. And nobody feels like blocking the running back. Y'all are a bunch of spoiled assholes. Go block for Kershaw. He just made a good play. Go block for the motherfucker. And we will look to run this football out. So this defense is going to key in on it. But Offensive line just needs to go pick up some blocks for Turner. He'll have a big 12-yard run there. One of their guys does go down before the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. 2:02 to play. Pitch to Turner. He'll at least escape and pick up at least a yard. I'm gonna run stretch here to this left side again. Oh my God. Turner, get back to the line at least. Loses one, but not the worst thing in the world considering where we were at. Toby Payne, and it's picked. Quarterbacks just have not played well. I know that's not the smartest ball to throw, but I figured give Toby Payne a chance. He just doesn't go get it. Unfortunate to say the least. I'm going to change up the man coverage. We're going to go cover one hole. Kershaw not able to get there. Malachi Singleton back in. Their starter. Going to play some cover 3 here. They're going to throw an RPO, apparently. Felt like a really long one. Feel like the offensive lineman was definitely downfield. But, hey, game doesn't like calling shit. So, 3rd and 3, though. They're running it. Harris getting there. Stopping him. 4th and 2 now. I'm sending pressure. You're just going to have to beat our guys. Simple as that. And there's a sack. I don't even know by who. Josiah Simmons, a freshman speed rusher, gets it done and should put away the game at this point. Gonna run power here. Turner able to shake off one block, 4 yards there. So we do have a injury on both sides of the ball. Our right guard and one of their players both go down. But it assigns me the timeout. That's wonderful. Play action pass here. Looking, trying to find somebody. Can't really find anything. Just going to throw the football away. 3rd and 6 now. I'm going to go halfback stretch to this left side. We got a little bit better numbers on that left side. Turner able to turn upfield, get 3 though. And bring Folk in. With not much time left, I feel like we could be able to put this game away. Light box, we got to run the football here. Y'all got to win your reps. We do, and AJ Turner! I'm going to spoil him, and he's going to get a touchdown. I should just go down and salt away the rest of the clock, but fuck Ark State. 2 running backs, both over 100 yards on the day, and we will get it done here on the road. Going to go cover 1, robber press. I actually want Kareem playing down. I want Kershaw playing that deep zone. They're going to run the football. Kareem going to have to get there, and he does. Tries to spin back inside. No bueno. And they will let the rest of the clock tick away, and we will come away with a victory. Doesn't feel super dominant, but able to get it done. 45-17, 21 unanswered points in the 4th quarter. We were really concerned there in that 3rd when they really started to make that push. And we will win it with 2 100-yard rushers on the day. Their running game got it done late for us. AJ Turner, Jashawn Barbie, getting it fucking done. Yeah, that game should not have been as stressful as it was, but it did, unfortunately. It was that stressful, and able to pull it out. The run game really got us going. Ben Turner had it going early. Didn't really look to him a lot in the second half, but able to get it done. Pushed to 8-0, 4-0 in conference play. We will simulate the week and see where we are at on both. Hopefully Delvin Bowles at this point and some other guys. Championship contender still only at a B. Well, that sucks. We are back in on Delvin, though, which is the good news. So we're able to send him 50. We can actually hard sell him. I don't remember if we were hard selling on him before, but we can get him back up to 50. Hopefully should get Stark's points back soon. Hopefully should get Muhammad's back as well. Freeman as well. Ritter as well. Finley we're looking good on, but somebody's coming up behind us pretty fast. We're still looking good on a lot of guys. Steven, I think we're just going to lose out on at this point. Rico, we're kind of moving up the board on. Nobody else we're really even getting on the board for. And we are on the board for O'Keefe. But we are going to be going after some heavy schools if we do continue to go after O'Keefe. We'll see how we are going into the next week, I think. Depending on where we're at after the next week, I think we'll really determine where we want to take that to. Freeman, are we hard selling on? Yes, we are. I'm going to take the 10 points off of him. We should lock him up this week. Chamuka, I'm going to take the 5 points off of. We should lock him up this week. Starks, same deal. I'm going to take the 10 points off of him. And we are going to give them to Kike. Just because we're already on his board and Larry already has an offer from Illinois, I think it just makes more sense to send the 25 to Kike here. And see if we can fully get in on him. See where we'll end up after that. But that should do it for this episode. Next week we will be taking on Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, who are 5-2 and 3-0 in conference play. Looking at the conference standings so far, we are the best team, and Troy and Louisiana are right behind us at 3-0 and 3-0. James Madison, we still have to play, who are 3-1, one of the only other competitors so far inside of conference play. But Troy and Louisiana are right behind us. We do have a chance to take the Raging Cajuns down. If we can take Raging Cajuns, and if we can take James Madison down, we should be in a good enough spot. If we can beat James Madison, I don't think anybody else is coming for the conference championship game. James Madison is the only other team that's even within relative striking distance, and they still have a ways to go at this point. So we just got to keep it up. We got to keep winning games at this point. 8-0 though. Good way to finish this episode. Top 25 I do want to look at real quick before we get out of here. Is giving us 106. What's the lowest place team receiving right now? 247. They're at 247. And then for coaches, we are inside the top 25 for coaches. We are at 24 for the coaches poll. We have officially made the top 25 for coaches. Fuck the media. We're top 25. Fuck the media. The coaches know what's up. They can respect our 8-0, and especially having that victory over Penn State. They are respecting us just enough, which is good news, but we cannot let up now. We got to still win games. We still got to go out there and perform well. Injury report as well. Roski's going to be out for 5 weeks. Ah, fuck, that hurts. So Pringle's going to play. Going to have to rely on some other guys as well, stepping up. If we have to, we'll move Ellis back outside. Like I said, I think I'd rather have Dudley in at center than having a 71 at tackle. Just being honest about that. So, but we'll see over the next couple weeks. We should get Roski back by the time we do hit bowl game seasons / hopefully championship contender. Well, not championship contender. Conference championship. Hopefully we'll get him back for, because we are in week 8. So 5 weeks from now. So we got 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Should be back for Old Dominion and hopefully conference championship if we can make it. Looking pretty good so far. Man, it's looking better and better that we beat Penn State. I know a lot of people are just going to call it a fluke game, that Penn State wasn't on their A game. It was their first game of the season type of situation, but man, it's looking real good. Granted, the rest of our fucking opponents blow ass. 37-40 throughout the season so far. Our non-conference games not looking the hottest right now, but hopefully some of the teams can pick up some wins as we go on later in the season, so our championship contender can go up and people can respect us just a tiny bit more. With that being said, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video or any of the videos here on my channel, would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this, but this is Marshall Dynasty, and I'm out. Peace.